Route 41, otherwise known as Tamiami Trail. Is this one of the most dangerous fishing spots in the entire world? From the cars whizzing by you at upwards of 80 miles an hour, to the alligators that are littered through the canal system that are ready to eat your fish, this is definitely a place you need to be careful when fishing. But even with all its obstacles, it's still an incredible place to fish, and the thrill you get from fishing out here is what keeps you coming back.
Good morning, everybody. We're out here on the Tamiami Trail this morning, and it's a little change of pace, but it's something that's really, really cool. And there's tons of fish in this. From the eastern side, it's mostly freshwater, and as you work west, you get into brackish and saltwater. So you have all different types of fish that are in this canal system, and there's a lot of cars going up and down it. It's very dangerous to fish. You have to be very careful when you're fishing these streets, but there is a lot of really good fishing in here, and we're gonna try and capitalize on that today. Tons of nature out here. You're in the heart of the Everglades. You're gonna see alligators, you're gonna see native birds, you're gonna see bass, cichlids. That's what makes it one of the coolest places to fish in the world, in my opinion. And you know, we're doing a lot of this land-based stuff, quite frankly, just because it's been blowing so much down here in South Florida. We've had 2 hurricanes, and the weather has just not taken a break. We're supposed to be getting a cold front, that's why all this wind's coming in, but it hasn't gotten any cooler. It is still scorching hot out here, but we're making do with what we got. We're doing a little bit of land-based fishing today, but I'm really excited because I do enjoy this stuff a lot, and I think we're gonna have a really good day. Got some shiners in the truck, and we're gonna see what we can catch. There's tons and tons of fish out here. I'm excited to show you all the wildlife that we're gonna see today. It's beautiful out here and just so diverse. The fish are gonna be piled up in this flowing water in this current, and you can actually walk from one side of the street very carefully. There's lots of cars on these roads, and the road's really narrow, so you have to be super, super careful when you're out here fishing, but the opportunity to catch some big fish awaits us. There's already a ton of fish down here in this current, moving along very nicely. We're gonna have some good luck, and it's gonna be a great day. I can't wait to get started. All right, I've already seen a big peacock sitting here. Let's see if we can catch him. There's a lot of cichlids. Oh my gosh, he's huge. Huge peacock right there. He definitely seems a little spooked though. I'm sure these fish have seen a lot of baits over the years. Don't mind the audio. Oh, here we go. I've already got one. What do we got? Tighten my drag up a little bit. Here we go. Nice peacock. Nice peacock bass. Sweet. Oh, come here, buddy. That's a good one. That's a good one to start the day. That is a chunky peacock bass right there. Look at that guy. Beautiful fish, absolutely solid. I'm gonna give him the old bridge release. See you, buddy, thank you very much. Let's catch another one. There we go. There we go. Woo. Woo-hoo-hoo. Another chunky peacock. These things are really encouraging me with how healthy they look. Man, these things are full. Good looking fish. Really good looking fish. Beautiful. Get them back in. See ya. Oh. We're gonna hit a bunch of different spots, so I wanna move around. Once you catch a couple in one spot, the fish kind of get a little line shy after that. So we're gonna keep it moving, but we have a lot of fish to catch. We'll try and catch one more in here, and then we're gonna go. Might have got picked up there. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nice one. Nice fish. Big peacock bass. Wow. This seems to be a little honey hole for him right now. That is a good fish. That is a really good fish. Whew. Oh man, he's spinning in the current. I'm gonna get this one. Oh, shoot. I was trying to flip him on the grass there and he came unbuttoned. Shoot, man. That was a nice fish. Well, after losing that big peacock, I think it's time to go. So, on to the next spot. So basically all we're looking for is a spot where we can pull off, where there's good moving water and a nice little basin where there's gonna be fish holding. Luckily, that was the first spot that we did that at, and it produced. We caught some fish there, it was very nice, and we're gonna find a bunch more of those on the way. There's plenty of spots to stop. You could fish out here for days and not hit all the spots. So we got some work to do. Don't wanna stay at the first spot too long. Gonna keep moving, but good start to the day so far. Now we just keep on rolling, seeing what we can find. It's beautiful out here though. All the cypress trees, the nature, the different fish. Crazy place and crazy fishing so far. Let's keep it going. Found another good spot. Look how promising this looks. Look at the amount of flowing water in here. This grass is absolutely just waving in the current. Beautiful. There's gotta be a hungry fish back there that wants a fresh bait. And I'm gonna throw it right to him. Let it work back there a pretty good ways. This current may even be too fast. It is absolutely ripping through here. A problem that I have out here a lot is everything just looks so good. So it's hard to choose the spots that you really want to spend your time at, because you only have a certain amount of time in the day and there's so much to hit that it's almost hard to choose. But this spot looks beautiful, looks like it would produce a lot of fish, but it doesn't seem like it's going to, just because of how fast that water's moving. So these are the decisions you have to make quickly. You don't want to waste too much time here because there's so many places to fish. So we're gonna keep on moving. Oh, something got it. Nice peacock. Oh, he's got me in the bush. Get him out. Uh-oh. Oh, he's got me wrapped up in these lilies. Oh, that might not want to come out. Oh, there we go. Think we got him. Yeah. Man, he's fired up. Fired up. Problem is they get in that current. There we go. Nice fish. Real nice fish. Wow, that's a really good one, actually. That's probably a 2.5 pound peacock right there. Really, really healthy fish. Really happy to see how chunky these guys are. These are thick, really, really thick bodied fish. Beautiful. See, the current on this side is just a hair slower. It's still moving pretty quick. There's lots of fish piled up in here, but that side was just way, way too fast. So I came over to this side and it's already producing. Beautiful fish. And these are the little adjustments that you make. I noticed on that side the current was just absolutely ripping through the bridge, and that's not what you want. We have a good amount of current here, but it's not too much. So the bait actually looks natural. Fish was able to grab it. That was actually a dead shiner, and the way that the current was moving it, it made it look alive, and he smacked it. And we got a nice fish out of it. So let's keep catching more of those. I don't have a problem with that. There we go. That was a quick one. That was a quick one. Absolutely beautiful fish. Check that thing out. Beautiful peacock bass. Unreal. These things are big. These are big fish. I'm gonna catch them all day long. Woo! All right, let's see how quickly we can catch another one. I think I've found the little corner they like. Hook up a shiner. Yep. There we go. Man, these are freaking freight train peacock bass. They absolutely crush that thing and go straight for the trees like a snook would. Oh my goodness, man. Too cool. These are not bad fish at all. That is a solid peacock bass. That's a Miami size peacock bass right there. Got the cars coming by. stud of a fish. Look at that thing. Absolutely beautiful. Out here in the road. Give this guy a proper release. Into the grass he goes. There's obviously a lot of fish in that little corner there. I might catch every single one of them. That's my goal, at least. Oh man, smoked it. Smoked it. Solid fish, guys. Solid fish. Beautiful. These dark colored peacock bass are so pretty. So much fun to catch. Absolutely amazing fight. I could do this all day, seriously. It's hard to leave a spot when it's doing so well, so I'm gonna stay here. I was gonna leave, but I'm gonna stay here a little longer, keep catching these guys. Unreal. I'm gonna throw one big shiner on here. Try and see if I can't catch a giant. So you know you're getting greedy when you put on a big shiner and you catch this size peacock and you're a little disappointed. It's one of the smaller ones I've caught. Still a beautiful fish. Got that vibrant green on him. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wearing them out today. Sometimes plans come together. Only mistake I made today was I should have bought some more shiners. Okay, what do we got here on the artificial? Oh, it was only a matter of time for that. Our first Oscar of the day. These guys are super prevalent down here. Really pretty fish, black with that red tail. They are all over the place. That was only a matter of time before I caught one of those today. And they are slimy as all get out. So I'm gonna carefully rinse my hands here in this water. If all I'm gonna catch on this thing is Oscars, I'm gonna stop throwing artificial and go back to the live bait, but we should be able to get something else. There we go. What's that? Message received. The bucktail is for cichlids, obviously. It's a really pretty fish though, still, but definitely not what I'm here after. Fun bycatch though, nothing wrong with them. Oh, see you later. That's 2 for 2 on the cichlids with the bucktail. Okay. That's all I needed to see. 3. Ow. These guys have a lot of spines on them. Oh, dropped them. But that's all I needed to see. 3 cichlids in a row on the bucktail. Time to go back to live bait. But good to know we can still catch them on the artificial, but live bait's definitely the way to go for the bigger peacocks. So I'm gonna do that. There we go. That's right where I want it. Whoa! That's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. Come on out of here. Come on out of there. Look at that guy. Man, that's a nice peacock. Come on up, come on up, come on up. Woo! That is a heck of a fish right there. Woo-wee. That is a beautiful freaking peacock bass right there. No bars on the side of them hardly. Very, very dark. They're in this dark looking water, and that's where they're getting their color from, obviously. And man, these things are aggressive right now. They are very Very chunky, obviously. They've been eating well. I'm gonna keep feeding them. I have no problem catching these guys all day long. Heck of a fight, tons of fun. Let's get them going. Beautiful. Beautiful stud fish. I did not bring enough shiners today, obviously. The fishing is really good. I want to keep moving around. As much as I hate to leave the spot, we can always come back if I can't find anything else, but I really want to see if I can catch some more somewhere else. If I don't catch a really good peacock here, I might call it quits and go to the next spot, but I just have a hard time telling myself to leave a spot that I'm catching big peacocks at almost every cast. If I don't catch a big one here, I'll leave, but I find oh my goodness gracious, never mind, he smoked it. I was just saying I was gonna leave, but this is ridiculous. You can't leave a spot that's producing like this. Woo! These are all really big fish. Nothing wrong with these at all. These aren't little dink peacock bass. These are healthy adult fish. Oh my goodness. That one's pretty too. Got that good orange color on them. Unbelievable. They're hanging out right there in that little cove, and every time a shiner goes by them, they can't resist. I keep telling myself I can't use all my shiners here and I need to try other places, but I cannot leave when you're catching fish like that. Once I stop catching fish like that, I'll move. But if I have to end the day here, I'll end the day here. This is insane. Oh, largemouth. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Come on over here. Easy does it, easy does it. Swing him right on the shore there. Wow, that too is a really good sized fish. Good looking largemouth. That is what you love to see right there. Now it's sad to say that catching largemouth bass is uncommon here in Florida now. It's not uncommon, but it's definitely a lot more difficult than it used to be because there's just so many invasives here. So many cichlids have just taken over our waterways. We got the peacock bass, which are great, but they definitely have been making it harder for these guys to compete. So I love to see it when I can catch a nice chunky largemouth just like that. We're gonna get a good release on this guy. Make sure he swims off. Beautiful fish. Love to see that. Love catching largemouth bass. That was a really good one. I've been going against what I've been saying today by not moving, but we've been doing way too well here. I'm gonna try and catch a couple more, and then I promise I'm gonna move spots and show you guys some different areas here. That's a nice one. That was a nice one. Woo-hoo. Oh man. Oh man, he fighting good. That is a good fighting fish. He felt bigger originally, but again, still a stud of a peacock bass. He told me I'd be catching over 10, 15 peacocks in less than an hour. I'd tell you that's some pretty good fishing, and we've got that today for sure. Well, I just got broke off in the trees. I think that's my sign to leave. Leave the spot alone, let it settle for the rest of the day. I'll definitely be marking this spot to come back here one day. Fishing was absolutely crazy, but I'm gonna retie and we're gonna keep on moving. All right, we're trying another spot here. Seems to be some fish. Looks like I just lost one on my first cast, so hopefully that's a good sign though, at least. A lot of moving water should mean a lot of hungry fish. There is a massive snook right there. Oh my goodness gracious. I just saw a giant snook out there, so I'm grabbing the biggest shiner I can find in here and throwing it at him. I've been saving this big shiner for a big old snook, and that's exactly what's right there. Please let me catch this thing. If this snook eats it, it was a slot snook, at least, maybe over slot. If this thing eats this shiner, I don't even know if I can catch him. He's that big. Oh my gosh, I see him on the bank. I see him on the bank. Oh my goodness. Let that water move it towards him, hopefully. He's massive. He's freaking massive. Of course, now that I have the right size bait on, I'm not going to see him. I saw him right here under the bridge for a second. Absolute beast of a fish. There's a bunch of largemouths sitting behind it right now. Oh my god, I see him. I see him. He's freaking giant. He's freaking giant. That one's gonna haunt me for sure. Let's see if I can at least see him again so you guys can get a look at how big this fish is. He's sitting on the right side over here. He was sitting right here in this deep water. There's a lot of flowing water in here, which is perfect for snook. They love sitting in the current like that. This fish was sitting right here on the bank where all that stuff was going. Man, that was a stud fish. Well, we didn't get one here, unfortunately, but we're gonna keep moving. I saw someone here right before I showed up, so he might have spooked the fish that I'm trying to cast at, but that's just fishing, so we're gonna go to the next spot and see if we can find a fresh one. We're getting into the more brackish water, so we might be able to stumble across a little tarpon or a little snook, hopefully. That's what we're going for. We're just trying to find areas of moving water like this where our bait can flow naturally with the current. Hopefully look as natural as possible to entice a big snook or a big tarpon to eat. I see tarpon rolling out there. I just saw a tarpon roll out there, so if we can get a bait out there somehow, I think we'll be able to get one. It's just about being able to get this bait out in the middle there, which isn't going to be easy. So I just put this bobber on, and this isn't exactly what I'd want to do, but I just saw a fish roll out in the middle, and this is the only way I'm going to be able to get this shiner out there because I just can't cast it far enough. But the bobber will help give it a little weight, and hopefully a fish will come and want to eat that shiner out there. And if that thing goes down, we're gonna have ourselves a snook or a tarpon on. And there's one right here in casting distance. The second I do that, of course, I go and rig up a whole bobber and a tarpon rolls 5 feet from me. But we're gonna let it sit and see if it can do its job. Oh man, there's fish in here for sure. There's another one rolling right there. Might bring this in a little ways. There is a lot of tarpon here, guys. They're rolling. We're gonna be able to get one. I'm confident. We'll be able to get something. We have live bait. The fish are moving. It's looking good. Oh, there's fish rolling everywhere, guys. Literally rolling everywhere. Right in front of me. We've got to be able to fool one. Come on. Get a big shiner on. Get him right out in the middle where we saw everything. There have been a lot of fish rolling through that area. So hopefully, if they see a live bait that looks good enough for them, they're gonna take it. Oh, it went down fully. Oh my gosh, it went down all the way. No way it didn't finish it. There's no way. How did he not eat it? The bait went down all the way. Oh my gosh. Cast it right back there. The bobber went down fully for a while. It started swimming with it and everything. How did he not get hooked? No, no, no! I had one and I looked down for 1 second and I lost him. Oh, that's so annoying, man. I need my redemption. I wasn't paying attention. Bobber went down. I lost a decent little tarpon, not a huge one by any means, but saw him jump and everything. But there's fish rolling everywhere around my bobber right now. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Give me one more chance. If you can't tell, it's pretty busy out here today. Traffic-wise, there's a lot of cars. I'm sure you've been able to hear it in the audio of the video, but there's a lot of cars out here today. Really got to be careful when we're fishing out here. Watch your cast behind you so that you're not hitting any cars, and just really be mindful of cars. Not everyone's paying attention all the time, and it can be pretty dangerous, so you just got to be careful when you come out here. But there is a lot of good fishing. Unfortunately, I missed that one tarpon. I'm trying to get one before I get out of here, but it's been really tough. I think it's that midday lull where they don't want to eat. They're rolling everywhere, but they just can't seem to commit. But we'll see if we can get one. Well, unfortunately, that didn't pan out. Had that one fish that I lost, trying to get the camera started and trying to put my phone down, wasn't paying attention. That's on me. But had one bite there. I will get one of those tarpon one day. They're just really, really finicky, and I don't have time to do it today, but I'm gonna go catch some more bass, hopefully. Maybe we catch a tarpon, who knows, but try and hit some different areas on the way home and make the rest of our day. We had an awesome morning, gonna keep that afternoon bite going. Okay guys, we're not fishing here, but I thought this was really cool. There's 2 gators up here just basking on the side of the shoreline. I'm gonna show you guys how these swamp puppies like to hang out in the middle of the day like this. Check this out. Two gators right behind me here on the surface, and there's actually one underwater here. Tons of life here, super, super cool. This guy right behind me. Check that out. What a crazy creature. I was getting some underwater footage of him, but he's getting a little too close. I didn't like that, so had to take the GoPro out of the water. But man, these guys are just beautiful creatures. This spot is just absolutely loaded with them. So, so cool. This is the experience you want when you come out to the Everglades, come out to Tamiami Trail, you want to catch some fish. We saw tarpon, we saw snook, bass, peacocks, and now a bunch of big gators. I'm gonna hang out with these guys for a little bit and then I'm gonna keep on going. So at some of these spots, we really have to sneak up on these fish because the water's so clear that they can actually see us when we walk over on the bridge. So I already see a couple bass here. But like I said, I really want to be careful to not let them see me. Like I said, not every spot's a winner, but they all do look really good. Lots of fish at each one, lots of gar in the middle of the day right now. They're basking at the top of the water. So got to pick through the other fish to try and get some bass. Might have to go back to that spot from this morning if it was that on fire and We'll hit a couple more spots, but we may end up back over there. There's a bunch of little peacocks right here that I should be able to catch at least one of. Tons and tons of peacocks. There we go. That's a pretty one. I think that's a butterfly, if I'm not mistaken. With all the little dots like that, I think those are butterfly peacock. They're really, really pretty. Oh, goodness gracious. Got some people just absolutely flying by us right now. Pretty scary. People just flying by on the road. Really got to be careful. It's very close to the road, but there's a bunch of peacocks right there. Try and get a couple more. He's not huge, but way to finish off our shiners for the end of the day for sure. They are aggressive. Even if you don't catch a single thing out here, the views are well worth it. But the fishing's pretty good too. Last spot of the day, we're starting to fish where we started this morning. See if we can't find one here. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice peacock right there. There we go. There we go. Get up. That's a solid fish. That is a solid fish right there. Beautiful. Perfectly right in the button. Beautiful peacock bass. Can't think of a better way to end a day than that right there. Got one or two shiners left, but that is an absolute stud of a fish. Probably about a 2.5 pounder. Beautiful. Beautiful fish right there. Great way to end a great day. Let me get this guy released. And on his way. What an epic fish. What an epic day. So much fun. Non-stop action today, and that's what you look for when you come out to the trail. Variety and action, and we got all of that today. Super excited. There's some more peacocks down here though. I'm gonna try and get a couple more and then head home. This is our last live shiner of the day. See if we can't make them work for us. I think he's going to. Yep. That didn't take long. This is a money little spot we have here. They've been fired up here all day long, one after another. I probably could have gone through my whole bucket here this morning, but I decided to let them sit for a little bit. I think it might have even made the bite a little better. Gave these fish some time to recuperate, but man, just stud peacock every cast. It's unbelievable. It really is. I've got a gator over here checking us out now. I don't want him to get this guy, so we're gonna let him go quick. It's an Oscar. Oh man, that's a huge Oscar. That is an absolutely giant one. Huge fish. Try not to get spiked by him. That is a huge Oscar. Very colorful. Problem with these guys is they're so slippery and hard to hold on to, they always end up getting dirt on them when you try and show off how pretty they are. It's a pretty fish, but he's all a mess from the sidewalk. Get him back in quick. Got that gator moving in on me right now. He sees I'm catching a lot of peacocks. It might be time to go soon. Fortunately, they're almost like the sharks back home. Very similar situation. The big predator comes in and scares away all the fish. There we go. Another nice peacock. Try and keep him away from the gator. Healthy fish, man. Healthy fish. What a day. What a day catching huge peacocks on the side of the road. Beautiful fish. Absolutely unreal. That gator's right there and he means business. I don't want to get one past him. There we go. There we go. I'm bringing him this way to keep him away from that gator. Oh, that gator wants it. That gator wants him. No, buddy. No. He came beelining towards him. All right, we got to make sure this guy gets a good release. This is a big fish, and I do not want him to get eaten. Wow, stud peacocks all day long. This guy wants to grab him, but I'm not going to let him. He's got a little snaggletooth looking foot there. Beautiful peacock bass. You're not getting them today, buddy. Swim away, bud. Well, that last one was just a little too close for comfort. This gator right here means business. You can see how he's hiding more and more each time. He's inching closer and closer to where I'm catching these fish, and I don't want to see any of them get eaten. So I think that's it for today. We just ran out of bait too, which is perfect timing. This guy can leave these fish alone. We're gonna go home. We had an epic day. Unbelievable fishing here on the trail. This is some of the best fishing I've probably had out here, to be completely honest. One of the first times I've actually used live bait out here, so that's probably part of it. But an epic day nonetheless. Lots of variety. I'm gonna get my revenge on that tarpon one day. We'll have to come back and do another video doing maybe just all the saltwater side of it. We fished mostly freshwater and a little bit of the brackish, so maybe we'll do the opposite next time. But let us know if that's something you'd be into. I'd love to come out here and do that again. But man, what an awesome day. Really appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel, subscribing, liking, commenting, everything. Really appreciate it. Can't thank you enough. We're gonna be back out on the ocean side soon once this weather calms down, after all this wind stops blowing and these storms stop coming to South Florida. We'll be back out there soon, but until then, thank you guys for watching. See you next time.